California. Where are you from in California? Santa Monica, California. Next guy is Brett Hundley, all right, from Chandler High School, Phoenix, Arizona. Thomas Duarte from the Three Stripes, modern day. Jake Brendel, all right, from right here in Texas, in Dallas, Plano East, right? And actually, Paul Perkins, our running back. Jake's a center. Thomas plays basically our wide position, and Paul, our running back from Chandler. Actually, Paul and Brett played high school ball together at Chandler High School for Coach Guano in Phoenix.
Did you talk about the week in preparation for the game?
Oh yeah, it's been, I mean, first of all, I want to thank you guys. Done an awesome job. It's been a lot of fun to be in San Antonio. I spent I think 6 years at TCU in Fort Worth, so I have some friends down here, and it's been fun to get back, and a great job you guys do at the bowl. I think practice has been going well. I don't know, we'll find out Friday night how well it's been going, about 5:40. But no, it's a pleasure to be here and have the opportunity to get a chance to play against Coach Snyder at Kansas State. Obviously very good head coach and a very good program. I don't know if they won like 38 games over the last 4 years, so it's going to be a great challenge, big test for us.
Question?
Okay, well, thanks for coming.
We'll do some of the social media as we get the questions from the present press. Can you talk about your group, especially the fact you're so young and what you're building here at UCLA?
I'm trying to think. The only one that was there before I got, Jake, you and Brett came in the same class, right? Yeah. So it was really a kind of a neat deal to come and be on the ground floor because we were such a young football team. I think last year, there was a point last year where we started 3 true freshmen in our offensive line. Jake kind of had to go through he's kind of the old man of the offense in the old line, and so it's like, okay, what freshman do I have to start next to this week? So it's kind of been a revolving door, and they've done a great job. It's been fun watching these kids grow up in the system and with Coach Mora, and the culture that Coach Mora is developing at UCLA, and it's been something that's, after doing this coaching business for 34 years, it's given me a lot of great memories of. It's an experience that I haven't had a chance to be through. That is to grow up with a football team. This is the first time that I've had a quarterback actually play 3 years for me. So it's been a lot of fun. I think Thomas, now Jordan's going to be a senior too, right? Yeah, JP's going to be a senior. So these guys are kind of the guys that laid the bricks, that built the foundation for the program for what Coach Moore's getting done at UCLA. They dug the footings and poured the cement and all that, and I think they've done a great job and give us a chance to kind of build the type of program that UCLA will be proud of.
There was a question for Jordan along those lines. Have you had time to reflect on everything you and your teammates are building and using this game as a springboard for next year?
Yeah, just being able to play in this phenomenal program is, being with Coach Mazzoni and Coach Moore has just changed, everything in UCLA. So, getting a win Friday night would definitely help us springboard into next season, especially with, we have such a young team. So, definitely build experience and, start 2015 off right for us.
Jake, this is your third time, I think, in the last 13 months playing in your home state. Just talk about that and talk about your how many friends and family are going to be coming down here for the game.
Well, it's always great to be back here in Texas. I just like the way of life around here. It's always kind of a refreshing feel to come back here. I have a few family members. I have my dad and my stepmom coming down, and then I have a few friends from high school because my mom and stepdad actually moved to Phoenix, so I don't have any immediate family here anymore. But yeah, so.
One more thing, I'm doing a story on Jerry Neuheisel. Can you or any of the other guys talk about, the exhilaration you guys had after the UT game and carrying him off the field, and just what all that was about, the feelings that you had for Jerry?
Yeah, just with that whole game, it was actually pretty amazing. We really were neck and neck the entire game. We unfortunately lost Brett with like an elbow injury. So just knowing that we had a backup that was really prepared and knew the entire offense front and back, you know, I never really stressed at all about it. And I know that Jerry would do a really good job. And he went out there and he led us to the victory. So it was really exhilarating win, knowing that, you know, we have that depth at that spot. And if something were to happen to Brett again, that, you know, we do have a successful solution for it.
Tony Donnie, the Wichita Eagles for Brett. A lot of the K-State players have compared you to Trayvon Boykin for TCU. I was wondering if there was a quarterback growing up that maybe you patterned your game after in the pros, or there's someone in the pros right now who you feel like you're very similar to.
Does he still have to be in the pros right now?
No?
Okay. I like Donovan McNabb. I talk to him at least once a week, and he's been a good mentor for me. So I've sort of learned from him and sort of developed things.
How did that relationship come about with you and McNabb?
He lives in Arizona, so you know, and he gets his haircut at the same place I do. So
Thomas, there was a question, Thomas, about your bigger role in the offense and what do you attribute that success to?
I really contributed to the preparation. I've learned how to prepare for games, prepare and practice, and just get better every day.
I'd like to ask both Brett and Paul just to talk about your journey together playing in high school and college, and have each one of you describe what the other one does best on the field.
It's been fun growing up with Paul, and it's an honor, and especially to be able to have, you know, somebody you grew up with and somebody you went to high school with, and you know, our families have known each other since day one with the Cheetahs, and to have him playing for the same college team and to be in the backfield together, you know, you always have that special bond. And Paul's good at, you know, we'll sit back there and talk to each other in the backfield during the games, and we just have that special bond. You know, it's sort of, you know, we're good for each other.
Yeah, it's always good having a friend in the backfield with you, just to calm your nerves and in the heat of the game. So it's just always good to have a former teammate and a friend back there just to help you see the game, slow the game down, and just, you know, just relax.
Tate Steinway with K-State Collegiate. Brett, obviously you got high expectations coming into this year. A lot of people had those expectations for you. But where do you see your game on and off the field? Where has it grown this year?
I think off the field the most. I think understanding the game, getting a better feel for it, and just growing, you know, as you know, physically on the field, but as well as off the field, understanding defenses, talking to Rizzoni and putting together game plans and stuff like that. I think, you know, both sides.
Coach, K-State plays a really interesting kind of patient defense. They give up some things underneath. Can you talk about how they approach some of these offenses like yours, and how your offense fits together with their defense?
Yeah, obviously do a great job. I think they're ranked 16th, 18th. I mean, they're very high in a lot of categories. They don't give up a lot of big plays, and they're in a conference that play very similar offenses to what we do. You know, spread, tempo, you know, get the ball out quick, and they do an awesome job of you know, when you watch them play, they're very well coached, all right? They're very good in their run fits. They're very good in angles and fitting and controlling their tackling on the back end. They're really good tacklers. I mean, just a really well coached defense that don't you know, they bend a little bit, but they don't break a lot. And so I think like the key when you play for us is, which I have none, is to have patience, you know, because we're kind of, you know, when you're a tempo guy, you know, you want to score like 3 plays. And if you don't, you start getting very impatient. So you guys are listening to me, right, over here, right? Gotta be patient, all right? You know, stay on schedule and just keep ourselves on the field. But no, it's going to be a great challenge for us. As you watch the guys that played this year, you know, I mean, shoot, they're going up against Baylor and Texas Tech and Okie State and, you know, Oklahoma, all those kind of guys. And those guys have got some good offenses that they control fairly well.
Brett, K-State has shown a difficulty handling a mobile quarterback. Have you kind of noticed that yourself, and then how do you plan on attacking that using your legs against this K-State defense?
Running and throwing. You know, basically that's what it comes down to, just running and throwing.
Jake, can you talk about how far this offensive line has come, looking back on this whole season, and given that, none of the major guys are going to leave, can you talk about, what you see for the future, knowing that you're going to have this whole group back?
Just one really good thing that the whole UCLA football family does really well is, like, football never really stops for us. So, just being able to come back with the same 5 guys the next season is going to be really great. We can take this off season and really just hone in our skills and work on just our simple techniques and work on just a lot of the simple things, just break everything down and really just progress as a unit. It's always nice to have 5 selected guys that are going to be starting, and then once the new class comes in, we can just see who fits in where.
Brett, we had a social media question. The day after the bowl game is the Army All-American game. Did you participate in that? And do you remember any recollections or any of the players you correspond with still today, or no?
I played the Under Armour game.
Under Armour game?
Yeah.
I just won't know those guys.